Welcome to lesson 6.7, Box and Whisker plots. So you'll see below are 5 steps for box and whisker plots, but before we get into that, I will tell you that there's 2 crucial pieces to this lesson. Step number 1, making sure that you put your numbers in order, least to greatest is what I recommend. You could go greatest to least, but I always go least to greatest. You want to make sure that you're doing that correctly and double checking so that you didn't miss any numbers or put them out of order. If you do that in this lesson, you're going to end up with a mistake in your final box and whisker plot. The other key piece to this lesson is being comfortable with finding the median of a list. So a reminder on median, that is when we list the numbers least to greatest and you find the number in the middle. If there are 2 numbers in the middle of your list, you add them together and divide by 2 to get your median. So then we'll look at the other 3 steps as we go for the box and whisker plot, but the key is making sure you take the time to put that list in order, least to greatest, and then be careful with finding the median, meaning the number or numbers in the middle. So we'll look at example 1 to make sense of this. So in example 1, the first thing I want to do is take my 12 numbers here and list them least to greatest. So I have 5, 7, 9, 11, 11, and yes, if a number is repeated in the list, you need to write it again, 12, 16, 17, 19, 25, 28, and 34. Now, the easiest part of our box and whisker plot are the whiskers. Now, I always draw my whiskers out to a dot. So you'll see in mine, there's a little dot at the end. The whiskers are easy because the smallest value in your list, or the lowest value, is your left-hand whisker, and the largest value is the right-hand whisker. Then to make the box part, the Q2 here is the median of your whole list. Q1 is the median of the lower half. We call that quartile 1 or Q1. And Q3, quartile 3, is the median of the upper half. So once you've identified your smallest and largest, we know our whiskers. So then I want to find the median of my whole data list. So in this case, because I have 12 numbers, there's going to be 2 left in the middle. So when I find my median, it's in between 12 and 16. I count in from the left 6 numbers to 12, count in from the right 6 numbers is 16. So I have 2 numbers left in the middle. So what I need to do is add those together and divide by 2. So 12 plus 16 is 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. So the median of that list is 14. Now I'm going to look at the lower half of my data. Because I split in between the 12 and 16, the 12 counts with my lower half of the data. So the lower half of data is 5, 7, 9, 11, 11, 12. 6 numbers. So the median of that lower half would be between 9 and 11. So I need to add the 9 and 11 and divide it by 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. So my Q1 would be 10. Now I need to figure out Q3, which is the median of the upper half of the data. So I'm looking at 16, 17, 19, 25, 28, 34. 16's included, so I'm going to go 3 numbers this way, 19, 3 numbers this way, 25. So my median is 19 plus 25 divided by 2. So that would give me 22. So now I know my 5 data pieces. Smallest value, largest value, median, quartile 1 or Q1, and quartile 3 or Q3. So now you make your box and whisker plot. So you just want to draw a number line. And in this case, I went by 5s because my numbers stretch in a range from 5 to 34. So the scale is here on the bottom. Then I'm going to put my whiskers. So I put a 5 here with a dot and a 34 here with a dot. I have my whiskers. The next thing that I put in was my median. And you just draw a little line segment here for the median at 14. Then my Q1, so I drew a vertical line segment here at 10, and Q3, a vertical line segment here at 22. Then the last thing you need to do is finalize drawing that box so you connect across the top of your segments and across the bottom. And then we have a box and whisker plot for our data list here. So the box and whisker plot then allows us to look at our data and see, is it skewed one way or the other, meaning the box isn't exactly in the middle, or is it stretching inside the box where there's more numbers on one side of the median than the other? So there's different ways we can interpret data with box and whisker plots. We're not going to worry about interpreting the data, we're just creating the plots. So let's look at part B. Again, we want to take our list and write it in order least to greatest. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. 21 is the smallest, 42 is the largest. So I know I put a dot at 21 and at 42 here for my whiskers. Then with this list, 35 is our number in the middle, the median. 4 numbers from the left, 4 numbers from the right. So because 35 is our median, when we look for our Q1 and Q3, 35 does not count with either half of the data. So my lower half is just 21, 27, 32. My upper half is 38, 39, 42. So Q1 is 27, Q3 is 39. So now I have my bottom whisker, my top whisker, largest whisker, my median, Q1 and Q2. So you want to draw your number line. And again, I went by 5s. Put your first whisker, put a dot at 21. Then I put a dot at 42. Then I came in and drew my line segments, 35 for the median, 27 for Q1, 39 for Q2. Finish drawing in the box. Connect your dot to the box with the whiskers, and you have your box and whisker plot. And then C. Doesn't matter if we have some numbers and negatives, we still want to write our list least to greatest. So I took my list here, wrote it out least to greatest. -5, -3, 0, 1, 2, 4, 8, 11, 15. So now I know my whiskers, -5 and 15. Need to find the median of this list, or the number in the middle. There's 11 numbers here, so the median should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. Not 11, 9 numbers. Man, I can count. We have 9 numbers in our list. I was looking at the 11. 9 numbers in our list, so the median's that 5th number in the middle. So 2 is our median. Now I need the median of my lower half. The 2 doesn't count with either half because it's in the exact middle. So my lower half is -5, -3, 0, and 1. So Q1 would be a -3 plus 0 divided by 2. So a -3 halves, or a -1.5. For my upper half, it would be between 8 and 11. So 8 plus 11 divided by 2 gives us, wow, I wish I could do math there, not 10. That'd be 8 plus 12. That would give us a 9. So this should be a 9.5. So then right here, this would be at 9.5. So quick fix there. Doesn't really change the graph. Would just change my box to right about there. So shouldn't be at a 10. Should be a 9.5 because 8 plus 11 is 19. Divided by 2 is 9.5. So not a 10 there. So Q3 would be here at 9.5. And again, what I do is I draw my vertical lines in first. So I draw my 3 vertical lines where my numbers go. I put my whiskers down, and then I complete the chart by coming in, drawing in the top line of the box, drawing in the bottom line of the box, and then connecting our whiskers. So then our final example, D. Again, we need to take our list and put it in order. So listed it here from 15 to 75, least to greatest. 15 and 75 are my whiskers, largest and smallest value. Want to find my median, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbers. So the median, I'd go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my median's here at 48. Now I need to find the median of my lower half, so 15 to this 48. That would be then 41 in the middle of that half. For the upper half, we're looking 52 to 75. Number in the middle is 67. So then when I draw this out, I start with my dot here at 15, dot here at 75, draw in my 3 vertical lines, so the one at 67, the one at 48, and the one at 41, and then I complete my plot. So I draw my segment across top and bottom to create the box, and then I draw in the whiskers out to the points. And that completes the box and whisker plot. So again, the key to this lesson is to take the time to make sure you put your numbers in order and be careful with finding that original median of the list and then the median of each half of the data.